Hey, howdy, hi, hello, hola, privet, bonjour, guten tag. What is up, Vikings? How goes it? It is Sunday, the start of another week. Almost the start of another month. The month of July promises to be interesting. I will kind of get to the update stuff that we know about. Torn released a video about it. Also, last week on Thursday, Torn was here for a live stream and explained that they will be adding 3 new leagues. So I'll kind of go over that as well today. It is home gang day, so I hope you guys have all had an amazingly awesome home gang, that you were victorious. If you weren't, I hope that you at least had fun. If you have not played home gang yet, I hope that it goes amazingly awesome for you. Let me. Our home gang was against Bali. 45-44 is how the towers shook out. So Rhett wins. From what I saw of the battle reports, was a pretty good home gang. Of course, it happens at like 1 to 2 a.m. for me, so I was not there for it. But anyways, all right, real quick, I will do membership shout out. Moxie, Boomer, Abby, Cats, Modib, Snowman TG, and Yellow. Thank you guys for your continued support and memberships. If you're interested in becoming a paid member of Berserkr Bone Shop or Lodge, it is right here. The bot will randomly drop this link. Of course, merchandise shop. The memberships are down here. You do yearly, monthly, etc., etc. That is copy here, paste here, and of course the GoFundMe if you want to help fund the streams. I am still not monetized by YouTube. If you want to help fund the channel in general, all of this goes to streaming equipment. We are roughly like 800 away from having all streaming stuff paid off, and the GoFundMe can go F itself. And yeah, anyways, that's how all that is. Okay, so I will go here. I'm gonna just pull up Torrens video because it's way easier than trying to find all of this info through my phone and then send it to myself. Let me see. How has your guys' week been? Oh, too many follow channels. I'm going to start on following stuff. My God. There we go. All right. So, to those of you that are not aware, let me get rid of some of this stuff. One moment. Okay, so Whispers of Summer is the new season. Some of you know that the Guard of Whispers has never been anywhere, I believe, aside from the Neon Shop. Guard of Whispers is one of the rumored town skins that will be in the seasonal store coming up. Now, I imagine that it will probably be around I don't know, 100 million runics. I wouldn't be shocked at all if it was around that price range. About 100 million runics Guard of Whispers. I will actually pull that up on a chart here in a little bit, but it's been teased around that Guard of Whispers will be the skin coming to the seasonal store. So, with the update, will we bring new leagues, improved onslaughts and scouting, updated Uber Invader Chiefs, which the Uber Invader Chiefs are actually just getting a new look. There's really nothing changing about them in general. It is merely a new look on the map, so it is easier to differentiate between what is a chief and what is not. So for those people that just randomly hit Ubers, it will help you. Let's see. Here we go. Okay, so League of Adepts will be the next one up from League of Asgard. And then from League of Adepts, we will go to League of Champions. And then we will go to League of Titans. Now, it says once they reach Palace level 4 or level 22, you will no longer be in League of Conquerors. So at least we have that. We don't know the Palace requirements for what League of Adepts, Champions, or Titans will be. From 40 to 50, I mean, that would be roughly like every 3 Palace levels could be a new league. But essentially, some of us that are like 42, 43 Palace levels in there will be changing to a new league. Now, what that entails, we don't know. We haven't seen the requirements. We haven't seen like what these leagues will be as far as personal cap or anything else, but the leagues will be changing. So that means a couple of different things. That means your battle for the lights might get harder, they might get easier. That means that there might be more condensed groups when it comes to battle for the lights, more options for people to get Olympian, and some other stuff. So like, I mean, it's a good thing on some aspects. On others, you might get put into a league that is just way harder for you. So it's like, until we know how this is going to drop, we are not entirely certain of what the requirements per league will be. Of course, your personal leagues will determine your personal checkpoints, your personal rewards, your personal ranking. So, it's kind of one of those things. It's needed to be changed and updated since the update, but now we are starting to see all of this stuff finally come together to make leagues possibly more manageable. Oh, no, I skipped it. Go back. Thank you. Give me a second. All right, there we go. Boom. So, onslaughts. If you are an OS/Storm/Onslaught setter, you all know the pain of constantly having to select the time when you are trying to move fast, the time of an onslaught. Fact is like it sets, or when you set it, you always have to click how long you want the onslaught to wait. Granted, most of us, in bigger clans, of course, we launch way before this time frame. Why? Because. But this will help, of course, making sure your onslaughts are all set at the same time. Kind of gives you another ability to control the timing, so you can dial it in a little bit easier if you're trying to set multiple onslaughts on one target. So now, with the update coming, we will be able to select a time, literally check mark it and click it off, and confirm it, so that you will no longer see the confirmation boxes. So when selecting a time until the onslaught begins, you can check the relevant box and the system will remember your choice and won't show you the window for the rest of the day. Meaning that luckily we can choose a time we want all of our onslaughts to be set at for the 24-hour duration. And boom, done. One less window to click through. Way nicer. Also, you can check the relevant box and confirmation windows for sending incomplete onslaughts to prevent the window from appearing the rest of your day. If you're an OS setter, you know the pain of being like, say, 1 million troops short. Literally, you reach that goal of being able to send, but your onslaught's not full. You always have that infamous box that's like, hey, your onslaught's not completely full. Do you sure you want to send it? Now we can click that box off and it won't appear the rest of the day. So literally making the onslaught function that much more streamlined, that much faster to be able to literally set send for a 24-hour period. It will make Jotunheim phenomenal for those of you that play in massive clans where you have a lot of participants. It's just going to make it that much faster. This is what normally is considered quality of life updates in a game. So it's nice to finally see stuff like this in Vikings War of Clans. And then scouting! So, uncheck the box to prevent the window from closing after troops have been sent. This feature is only available in the window related to espionage on towns. Hello! Now this is amazing. If you have ever sat and spied one town continuously, Tiggs, if you have ever I had to pick on you, Tiggs. If you have ever sat down and spied one town continuously forever, it is a pain to literally click espionage, click send, click yes. There's just so many windows that pop up to confirm what you're doing. So this will be the answer to that. You will be able to uncheck the box that, one second, I will just do this. Why? Because it's easier. So, as it sits now, I'm going to pick on a little level 27. So, see that? You send, as soon as you push send, boom, it closes. What the feature is that they are recommending now is this. There will now be a box that we can click right here, roughly, about even with my T5, that will prevent this window from closing. So literally, if you are massively spying someone, you can do a set, click your set, click send, click your set, click send, click your set, click send. Done. Simple, straightforward, allows for way more spying, espionage, mayhem on a very fast-paced thing. Awesome if you have Swift Phantom. Awesome if you're finding a town that is giving a great and good return. They are few and far between, by the way. If you find something that gives a great and good return, you'll be able to click this box and basically just be able to spam scouts religiously into it. I think it's gonna be amazing. If you're on iOS, it's gonna make it faster. Even on Android, it's gonna make it so much faster. PC, you literally are pushing 2 buttons. It is awesome that this is gonna be something that they're bringing in. I mean, honestly, this is kind of one of those things that I'm like, wow, just wow. It's been needed for a while. The massive amount of troops that we can send at once is huge. But when you find that one town that you are trying to spy quickly because you know either A, they will shield, or B, like you're coming down to the end of an event that you're trying to close, this will be one of those things that just makes it so much nicer. Oakley dokley. Let's see. All right, so Uber Chiefs, literally as it states, visual update. They will look more menacing. I don't know about menacing necessarily, but like the mechanics, search system, nothing like that has changed. What will change, however, is this. They are finally getting their horses. I don't know if they had to, like, find them in the forest, train them, etc., etc. But Uber Chiefs are finally getting the mounts that they teased us a little bit over a year ago about. The nice thing about this is that they will easily be discernible from other Ubers. You will no longer have to sit there and search your map and find an Uber chief specifically, or try to avoid hitting an Uber chief when you're hitting a normal invader. It's always kind of like a pain in the rear when you're trying to literally just do your daily stuff for tasks, and then there's this sneaky Uber chief that just all of a sudden takes every single bit of hero energy you have. It's I've got to be honest. I am notorious for not paying attention to what Uber I am hitting, and then next thing I know, I've lobbed into an Uber chief like 3 times, and I'm like, well, that sucks. So it is nice that they are finally getting a visual update. Nothing else on the Uber chief has changed. Literally, we will go from 1 to boom, them having a mount. Now, from July 1st to the 28th, the game will feature the Whisper of Summer season, which comes to the seasonal store. Unique guards available only during this season. As we already know, Soulbane is going to be one of those things. See, that would be awesome. That would be amazing too. One of those things that, like, we all know. Okay, so we all know. Hello. We all know with the seasonal store, it's only available for a limited amount of time. The guard on my screen currently that is on the right is Guard of Whispers, while the others that it have seen here have been available in either the seasonal store or the Asgard store. Guard of Whispers, I believe, has only been available in the Neon shop. It might, maybe, possibly have made it to the Asgard store at one point in time. And to be honest, I haven't paid a lot of attention to the Asgard store for, well, a while. So, the fact that, Guard of Whispers will be coming to the seasonal store is kind of a big deal. Now, as I said previously, Guard of Whispers will probably be close to 100 million runics. I will pull up a chart here shortly for that. We are getting the Guard of Seafarer again, which hasn't been out a lot, I believe. I can't remember where I got mine. Anyways, but the Guard of Whispers will be in the seasonal store. So give me one moment. Give me a second. Send this to myself. Oh, my lord. I need to change this right here. Before I forget sizing. Good lord. Now, the other thing is with Guard of Whispers coming to the seasonal store, I can imagine that it will probably be in the next round of skins that go to level 15. One moment. So, Guard of Whispers. I have seen this thing called the toaster. It does kind of look a little bit like a Viking toaster when it's not raised yet. So, if I call it a toaster, literally, do not take offense to that, anybody. That is what Amber and I refer to it as. I've been waiting for a waffle iron too, but I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. Guard of Whispers. Fairly straightforward and easy to upgrade. This is the level 6. I imagine this will be one of the skins, since it is coming out in the seasonal store, that will more than likely be going to 15 soon, when we've progressively started seeing Asgard skins or Neon store skins go to the seasonal store, is when, like, fairly shortly afterwards, those skins have also gotten an upgrade to level 15. Now, that means this would be like the perfect time to buy it. Because the simple fact, you can max it to 6, then once it goes to 15, you literally have those next 9 levels to achieve. Now, normally, when it goes from the Neon store to the seasonal store, we see 50 to 75 to 100 million runics possible. This skin, while it isn't like greatly impressive with animation or anything, it actually gives fairly decent and good bonuses. Bonuses on Guard of Whispers include Scout Offense during an attack, 150%, Infirmary Capacity, 100%, Total Defense, 100%, and Number of Scouts in a Troop, 100%. Always nice to have more scouts in a troop. Why? Because, well, the bigger the better, it would seem sometimes. More scouts you can send down range, the more scouts you can kill. So, while these stats aren't necessarily overly impressive compared to some skins we see, these stats, absolutely anything that gives a scout offense stat and then number of scouts in a troop are always, of course, welcome. It's kind of one of those things, it's a little harder for Amber and I to test, but if you guys remember the Loki's Daughter and Challenger test, the reason that Challenger was better originally than Loki's Daughter was because of the amount of scouts you could send. The bigger the march, the better it hit. That obviously got changed slightly with the Loki's Daughter update. When they released it, literally after they released Loki's Daughter, they changed all of the stats that Amber and I quoted in our results on that test that we said would be better if. So, the nice thing about this is you can see once again that the more scouts you can send, the better. We have multiple amount of skins that allow us to send more scouts on a troop. VIP, of course, that is one of the things that epically goes up. So, this would be an awesome skin to get if you literally want that scout boost again. And then, of course, Scout Offense during an attack. Always nice to have. You really can't get enough Scout Offense during an attack. And then the Total Defense, of course, goes to every action, every troop type, every troop tier. So, the Infirmary Capacity, while it might be nice, it's also going to, like, help some things out. But the rest, like the other 3 stats, are the major reasons why I would personally recommend this skin. It's why if I have enough runics, I'm probably going to end up with it. But, I mean, overall, It's fairly easy to max. Kill 30 billion enemy scouts. That's a Jotunheim, essentially. Earn 4 billion soul shards. Spend 1 billion shaman power. Spend 4 billion gold. And earn 5 billion town shards. So, fairly easy to max. Fairly easy to upgrade. The runics are not, or the star shards are not absolutely terrible on it either. It'll be nice to finally have it in the seasonal store. Now, I don't know if this is like going to be a one-off thing. It will literally be here for the season before the we'll literally go from the new season coming in to the month of August. I think they're like what are they, 6 weeks long? I can't remember how long seasons are either. Good lord. However, this being in the seasonal store will be awesome, especially before the month of August, because we have more teasers and stuff about what's coming in the month of August. We have things like Imperial Armor and some other stuff that are coming in that this skin might significantly help. Of course, we'll also have the update where the Scout March button, literally we will be able to spam it. So makes maxing that skin even that much easier. So there is that. That's kind of it. Like, really, that's like all the new news we got. It's the seasonal stuff is or not the seasonal, but the update stuff as far as leagues is probably what I am the most intrigued about. As it sits, right now, Palace level 42 is League of Odin. So now, whether Palace level 42 will remain Odin or whether it will go to, well, it'll probably go up to Asgard, and then League of Adepts, Champions, and Titans will be the 3 leagues after this. To do this. So I would imagine that once you go to 43, you will go to Asgard, and then maybe 43 and 44 will be Asgard League. That would be 45, 46 would be League of Adepts. 47, 48 would be League of Champions, and then 49 and 50 would be League of Titans. I don't believe anyone is at that Palace level yet. I could be epically wrong. I don't think I am. I mean, like, the easiest person in the game to check is Game Ender. Just, well, because. All right, 47. So, I imagine when this changes, no thank you. I imagine when we change leagues, Game Ender will probably be around that League of Champions area. He will be above League of Adepts, League of Champions, and then be like almost pushing into League of Titans. Yeah, exactly. Why not, right? It's always kind of bittersweet because certain things like Scout March increase is awesome. It's amazing. But yes, that means we will spend more troops than we already do. Now, while that's like, some people are like, woohoo, other people are like, oh no. It's kind of one of those things that it'll just kind of depend. I don't know. I mean, I'm already, I think on a max spy hike, I'm sending 265 million. So I'm not entirely certain what that 100% will do to my Scout March, but I know that it's probably not going to be pretty. Well, I mean, it's not going to be pretty when it comes to my troop count. So, I don't I mean, while I understand it is absolutely necessary to have, I'm not necessarily anticipating a great lot of change to my sets. While I said that like it'll be nice to set a set for spies and be able to just send it continuously, and that will be phenomenal. What I mean is I can set a set and use it without having to constantly click off. But the thing is you're still gonna have to click off to heal. So I mean, there's some stuff here that'll be nice. If you're one of those people that sets up an auto clicker so you can constantly send spies, done. If you're one of those people that like send, heal, send, heal, send, heal, send, heal, then you're still gonna have to click through everything else. So like, I mean, it's kind of one of those quality of life improvements that are good, but at the same time bittersweet. So, I do like the OS setting because in the simple fact of like our clan, there's just so many people that are faster at setting OSs than others. And a lot of that comes with practice, years of practice for some. So like the being able to set an exact time for onslaught and it literally sets like that the rest of the day is awesome. Pick a time with your clan, all onslaughts will be set for this amount of time, etc., etc., etc. down the line. And it literally evens it up for all setters. Now, I mean, you still have to deal with like march times. Some people march way faster than others due to Swift Phantom or Plunder, where others have neither, or whatever else. But, or even troop type, since, cavalry's involved in that. But the thing is like some of these are so much better quality wise. Uber Chiefs, it would be awesome, like Aegon said, if they gave Uber Chiefs their own invader level section instead of having, like the Supremes have, instead of having them mixed in with normal Ubers. But the fact that we will visually be able to see a difference will kind of help as well. It just means like you can't really like set a clicker and walk off. I mean, we have Uber Invaders. There is unfortunately no Uber Chiefs in this right here. However, there is a Supreme one right there. So, if they did the same thing for Uber Chiefs, again, it would help. I mean, like, as it is now, you'll literally just have to pay attention. And if you're not trying to hit a chief, dodge the ones that are sitting here on a horse, for instance. But, I mean, it is a step in the direction of changing stuff. It is nice that they are finally going to have their own look, their own vibe, their own thing, to where it will be that much easier for people to see them without smashing into them if they don't want to. Let me see. Also, we are going into a battle for Asgard this next week. This update should be calendar. This update should be tomorrow. Torrent said it would be on the 30th. So this update should be tomorrow when the seasonal store should be tomorrow morning or tonight at reset. And then it'll load the seasonal store and all of this will go into effect. So it'll be nice to have this all like kind of set into motion for the next week. And then for Asgard, so hopefully, everything on this update will work as intended. And we'll be able to use it for Asgard. That's like our next week in event. I'm not entirely sure what all's going on this week. I might stream for Asgard. I might have a possible giveaway if I can come up with one to send to Torrent sometime in the next 24 hours. But what I'm saying is this update should be live for Asgard. Now, that's going to be nice for those of you that want to spy in Asgard. I don't know how much spying I will do. Really, it just kind of depends on how much game time I have. But it'll be nice to finally have these updates cemented in. Again, just like seeing Guard of Whispers, it's nice that they're still adding the skins that were not available anywhere else to the seasonal store. It'll be awesome. It'll be a good thing. As long as, again, it is affordable for people in general. Okay, that is really all I have for today. Just not a lot. It's a Sunday. It's a chill day. It is about to be a holiday week for those of us in the 4th of July. Anyways, I hope that you guys have an amazingly awesome, fantastic, wonderful, phenomenal week. That is it for me today. I should be live again on Thursday. I might be live before then. You never know. Check out the links again if you can. It would greatly help me if you guys could share these with your clan, loved ones, etc. Whoa! Boom. Right here. Merchandise, memberships, and more. If you guys want to see different stuff in the merch store or membership perks, let me know. Reach out to me online or Discord, and I will see what I can do. Also, the GoFundMe link. If you can, awesome. If you can't, hey, it's cool. I get it. But if you could share that, again, with people you know, you love, whatever, help support me and the channel. We are like $800 away from having the computer and all of that paid off. And then you guys don't have to listen to me talk about a GoFundMe anymore. Anyways, thank you guys for being here today and chilling it with me. I hope you have an amazingly awesome rest of your week. Stay safe. Stay cool if you have hot weather. Don't forget to go outside at some point and touch some grass. Have a great and awesome rest of your weekend. Relax and chill. Good luck in CVC. I will be live for sure on Thursday, unless something else comes up, but then I will post on the community tab on YouTube. Thank you guys for chilling with me today. I hope you have an awesome home gang or had an awesome home gang. I will see you guys around in the community and on the next live stream. Thanks for watching.